Well, I noticed you're using the past tense there, Peter. Now, when you played my deputy, Johnny McKay, during those 4 years on Lawman,
Yeah.
you didn't have much chance to practice.
Is that right?
Well, seeing as how you're still so fast with that, you can be my deputy anytime.
Hi, I'm Rob Ward. Welcome to A Word on Westerns. Today we're going to show you a very special tribute where we honor the TV Western stars of the past. This is a special that I happened to be involved with back in 1979, where I felt like I was in TV heaven, cowboy TV heaven. We loved them then, and because most of them are gone, we love them now.
Television's first Western reunion. It's about to begin.
What was interesting for me is I met so many people that I loved watching growing up. Lee Van Cleef, Chuck Connors, Johnny Crawford, so many people, Glenn Ford, Pat Buttram, and there's some stories about the events that were taking place as we were filming that I want to share with you. Will Hutchins, the star of Sugarfoot, was there, along with an actor I saw when he played Fess Parker's son, Israel, on Daniel Boone. That guy has been my good friend ever since, Darby Hinton. Come on in, pal.
Oh, howdy, partner.
Well, you're out here in Lone Pine, huh?
Oh, yeah.
What do you...
Beautiful, beautiful mountains here.
Well, let's take a look at this view, Darb.
Oh, the Alabamas? Come on. Look at that. And then we got Mount Whitney right over there.
There.
Oh, man.
What a spot.
I got to tell you, the Creator sure created some beautiful scenery.
And you've been horseback riding out here, too, with me, and that's the way to see the country.
Oh, absolutely. Nothing like getting on the horses, going through the trails, following footsteps of so many legendary actors.
Oh, that's for sure. Now, I met Darby, like I said, when we were shooting When the West Was Fun. And, you know, I am a little older, so I didn't I watched some of the Daniel Boone shows, but I sure did not recognize you. But I knew Will Hutchins earlier, so it was great to have that photo with you and Will and me.
Yeah, playing a little backgammon backstage.
Yeah, did you know Will from before?
No, not really. I mean, I knew him from his work, but I never met him in person. But, you know, the whole funny thing about that whole show is they had called me up a week earlier or something, you know, would you come down? We're bringing Fess Parker down, and we're going to do Johnny Crawford, and we'll do Chuck, and they're going to do a father-son thing. We have this whole great little scene worked out.
Do you think this is the proper way to come to a Western reunion? In shorts and sneakers?
I wanted to be chic.
Sure, I'd love to see Fess, love to see everybody. Well, the day they did it, Fess decided, well, I'm not going to go down there, so they didn't know what to do with me. But I got to tell you, like especially that final scene, sitting around the campfire. And for me, who grew up on a set, having the campfire in the middle of the sound stage was the perfect way to do it. But sitting there with Roy Rogers, Dale Evans, the Sons of Pioneers, and singing Happy Trails with every Western star I could think of, I mean...
It was cowboy heaven, and what was interesting, and I know you remember this, there were different clusters of groups of people. Like all the Universal guys were up on one floor drinking.
Really? Okay.
And then there was another group where the I don't know what they were smoking, but it was pretty hazy.
He's talking about the levels of the dressing rooms. It was like a 3-story building. And the top story was all the more aged actors. Yes, and they had every kind of alcohol you could imagine. When the elevator doors opened on the second level, there was kind of a green cloud that kind of wafted in. And yeah, it was interesting, the different generations.
It was exciting to see all those people. I remember not in either of those groups was Milburn Stone and Ken Curtis. And they were together, but what a gentleman Milburn Stone was. And I really didn't know how to crease a hat like I do now. I hope you like this one I'm wearing now. But Milburn said, "Why do you have your hat like that?" I had no idea. And in the photos, you'll just see it's kind of open,
Right.
like Hoss Cartwright's. So I've gotten much
greased you
better.
right
Yeah,
then.
but I do remember, like on the one level where the cocktails were flowing, they said, "We're out of ice. Who wants to get ice?" And I went, "I'll go," just because it was great bumping into all of these different people who were icons. And like I said, we're very lucky to have been there, but that the restoration of all of these TV shows now are being preserved and finding a new audience, like Daniel Boone.
Oh, I know. I have kids come up to me now. Oh, yeah. But, you know, their parents will say, look, that's Israel. And they'll look at me like, you sure? But, you know, one of my favorite stories from that day or 2 days of shooting.
No, it was one.
What was it?
long
One
day, because
very
I
long
remember
day? See, I thought it was even two.
Brad Marks, it seemed like 2 or 3. Brad Marks came on and said, "We're in golden time, and I'm begging you, please stay. We have to finish this tonight." And so people stayed, but they were tired.
Well, they moved me up to the bar, and they, okay, you're going to stand at the bar. And they had me, and then they brought up Clayton Moore, and they put him next to me. You're going to be at the bar. And then, you know, the AD walked away. And then Clayton started moving all the drinks away from him. And I looked at him and said, "Oh, what, the Lone Ranger doesn't have a drink?" "Oh, no, Darby. Unless it's milk. You never see me drink anything like that." I'm like, how fabulous is this?
Yeah.
How many years had his show been off the air by then? 20 or something?
Oh, it had been 20 years, yes.
And he still cared about his image, what he meant to kids.
And this is the time he still was able to wear his mask. Right after that, like the next year, they wouldn't let him wear the mask because they were making that the legend of the Lone Ranger with
Right.
Clinton Spilsbury, this actor. Well, he was a model. He wasn't an actor, which was a problem. But that's a whole nother story. Let's get into the show right now, okay?
You've been asking for it. Now I'm going to make it official. Television's first Western reunion. It's about to begin. And I'm glad you could all make it. Barry.
How are you, Glenn?
How are you, buddy? Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to witness history in the making. We've gathered together the greatest array of Western television stars to pay tribute to the most memorable cowboy heroes and their series.
When the West was fun, a Western reunion. Starring Rex Allen, Michael Ansara, Joe Bowman, Neville Brand, X-Brands, John Bromfield, Peter Brown, Pat Buttram, Rod Cameron, Iron Eyes Cody, Chuck Connors, Jackie Coogan, Diane Copeland, Johnny Crawford, Linda Crystal, Ken Curtis, Henry Darrow, Don Diamond, James Drury, Dale Evans, Glenn Ford, Dan Haggerty, Alan Hale Jr., Ty Harden, Darby Hinton, Will Hutchins, John Ireland, Dick Jones, Jack Kelly, Harry Lauter, Guy Madison, Huey Martin, Doug McClure, John McIntyre, George Montgomery, Clayton Moore, Jeanette Nolan, Jocko Mahoney, Slim Pickens, Fred Putman, Denver Pyle, Roy Rogers, John Russell, Mark Slade, Sons of the Pioneers, Milburn Stone, Larry Storch, Barry Sullivan, Lee Van Cleef, Bill Williams, Terry Wilson, Keenan Wynn, and Tony Young, with film appearances by James Arness, Gene Autry, Gene Barry, Ken Barry, Amanda Blake, Dan Blocker, Richard Boone, Andy Devine, Clint Eastwood, James Garner, Lauren Green, Michael Landon, Roger Moore, Steve McQueen, Hugh O'Brien, Burt Reynolds, Ronald Reagan, Jay Silverheels, and Clint Walker. When the West was fun, a Western reunion. And now, here's your host, Glenn Ford.
When you've ridden in from every corner of the West for a big reunion, there's nothing better to take your mind off your saddle sores than some lively singing and dancing. So let's bring on the girls, huh?
With them?
No, not yet. But while we're waiting, why don't you just sit down and let the girls entertain us Western style, right?
An old saloon, an empty chair. Until you came tonight, no one's been there. A dusty gloom on everything, till you came home tonight to claim your place as king. For when the West was young, you gave it all you got. You threw those loaded dice, and baby, you were hot. When the West was fun, when the West was fun, the bad guys always lost, the good guys always won. For in bygone days, when the West was fun, the land was setting there for everyone. A man was born to set down his roots, to carry his gun and to polish his boots, to fight the odds till the job was done, be it gambling or stealing or raising a son. When the West was fun, when the West was fun, the bad guys always lost, the good guys always won. Then a man was a man when the West was fun. You could tell a good man by the size of his gun. Never a problem with your honey bun. Loving easy, so the West was fun. The cowboys, the Indians, the sidekicks, the women. This was the West. It was the best
about that, huh? You know, over the years, there have been well over 120 TV Western series. That's a lot of shooting, a lot of bad guys, and a lot of, you know. Well, come to think of it, maybe the 6 o'clock news took their place. In 1 year alone, 1957, there were more than 30 of them every week. Remember how the whole country tuned in to see exciting shows like these?
The Lone Ranger. Have gun. Will travel. Gunsmoke. Wanted. Dead or alive. Bonanza. Broken Arrow. The Rifleman. Wild Bill Hickok. Wyatt Earp. The Roy Rogers Show. Maverick. The Big Valley. Lawman. F-Troop. Bat Masterson. The High Chaparral. The Gene Autry Show. The Cisco Kid. Annie Oakley. The Adventures of Rin Tin Tin. The Wild Wild West. Cheyenne. Hopalong Cassidy. Death Valley Days. Cades County.
Those were the days, huh?
I'll tell you something, Glenn. TV could use some more of those good old Western shows right now.
That's for sure.
People are hankering for them. Ever seen anybody hanker for a cop show? They may watch them, but they don't hanker.
Well, I'll drink to that. Say, Larry, give me a Kentucky bourbon whiskey, will you?
Kentucky bourbon, you say?
Right.
My pleasure, sir. As it was the pleasure of my cousin Colonel Rhett, Beauregard Yancey, Jefferson Davis, Culpeper Jackson, Yazoo Lee. Did you know that my family has a distinguished military tradition? Yes, sir. for every war going back to the Revolution, the Red Beauregard Lees have provided at least one deserter.
Yeah, but where's Roy?
Who cares about Roy?
Dale.
Well, you got me. You got a point there.
Welcome back. Now, we're really getting into the heart of our Western reunion, so stick around. We've got some surprises for you. Just a minute ago, we were talking about how much fun it would be to have some of those great old TV Westerns back on the air. The only trouble is, the way things are now, they might have to be done a bit differently. Now, this is the way it used to be in the TV West. Today, that scene might be played this way.
You want to talk about land?
You're on my property, stranger, and I aim to see that you pay up, you hear? I said pay, stranger. I'm holding a deed, and you're on my place.
Darn, I thought the boardwalk and Park Place were mine.
No, Pennsylvania Avenue and the short line. That's yours.
Attention, Sheriff Ford. A 920 in progress at the local saloon.
9:20, huh? Well, I'm at the saloon right now. I'll take care of it immediately.
What is a 920?
Cheating at Monopoly.
Johnny, you're in shorts.
I know.
Do you think this is the proper way to come to a Western reunion? In shorts and sneakers?
I wanted to be chic.
Do you see anybody else here wearing shorts?
No,
Well, no, it's right. Don't you feel a little odd?
I'm beginning to.
I think these people deserve an explanation. I hope you have something to sing for yourself.
I'm the cowboy in shorts. I roam the tennis courts. I'm full of beans when I'm in these jeans. My legs ain't bowed, but my knees are tan. And I learned my game from the rifleman.
What? That's my boy.
Well, that's just the whole truth of the matter. No, it ain't neither.
Well, of course it is. Now, let me give you a hypothesis.
I don't want one.
What do you mean?
Well, they eat too much. Well, them blamed things, they'll eat twice as much as a rhinoceros horse does. I can't even afford to feed my own mule.
Wait just a minute and I'll explain this whole thing to you. You see, you're walking down the street.
Where am I going?
Don't make any difference.
Well, Dickens, it don't. I just don't go walking down the street if I ain't a-going someplace.
Listen, you're walking down the street, you see, and you run into somebody you know and you start talking to him.
Who is he?
It don't make any difference who he is.
Well, of course it does. I just don't talk to everybody in town. Besides, I might owe him some money.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You owe everybody in town, including me. And when I think about that, I just get sick at my stomach.
Well, then why don't you go find yourself a doctor, you blamed old scutter?
Doc, yeah, I'm right here.
It just hurts like thunder, Doc.
Yeah, I know that. Now, you just hang on and we'll take care of that.
Kitty. How did I get here? Last I recollect, I was crawling down.
Newly Parchin.
Ruth. I got to find Ruth.
You just gotta do nothing but stay right where you are.
Doc.
You know, Doug, seeing all these guys again reminds me that some of them were pretty fast with a gun.
Yeah. And I know someone who was pretty fast with the ladies.
How you doing, boys?
But I'm fine.
Yeah, when you find out who it is, let me know.
I understand you fellows been inquiring about a fast gun. Oh, hi, Peter. Your gun fast?
Well, no, actually, but my watches run a couple minutes ahead of time.
Actually, who would I have to prove this to? Who do you want me to outdraw? I'm ready.
One, two, three.
Well, Marshal, was I fast or was I fast?
Well, I notice you're using the past tense there, Peter. Now, when you played my deputy, Johnny McKay, during those 4 years on Lawman,
Yeah.
you didn't have much chance to practice.
Is that right?
Well, seeing as how you're still so fast with that, you can be my deputy anytime.
Well, now, Marshal, I think we might have to discuss that. You see, with the high cost of living and everything going up so much, probably need a raise.
Don't draw so fast, and we'll leave the money where it is.
Well, now, I don't think I've ever seen such a suspicious group of varmints seated at the same table at the same time. I think...
Suspicious looking.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Listen, Glenn, I'll have you know I once played a good guy.
A good guy? It had to have been a prison picture.
I was framed.
The only time you were ever framed was in your baby pictures.
Okay, bet.
Is that one of the baby pictures you had framed, Neville?
Hey, Nev.
He was cheating.
Yeah.
Neville.
How about that? Now, I don't know how many saloon brawls started this way. Too many to count, I imagine. But these fights you saw in TV Western saloons were usually, they weren't as rough as they looked. Now, for instance. Okay. It's balsa. Yeah, it's balsa wood. Absolutely harmless. Yes, and you know, when you see a fella go up to another guy and take a bottle and knock it over their head, that's harmless too, you know, because it's breakaway. It's a breakaway bottle. Larry, will you come here a minute? Yeah, I'm going to show you. Oh, that's the wrong bottle. Yeah, well, usually you see they use stuntmen for this kind of thing. Oh, my. But, now, for example, this fella here on my left, Yancey Derringer. I mean, Jocko Mahoney. He's my good friend here. He's probably one of the greatest stuntmen in the business.
It's a mighty nice compliment, Glenn. Thank you. Everybody seems to have forgotten Neville was cheating at cards.
Nobody accuses me of cheating.
Sit down, Jack! Wait a minute! Go!
Had enough? Fire him, brimstone! Don't you worry none, I'll stop him. All right, you boys had enough fun for one day. Let's call it quits. Little Joe, you better quit before I get mad.
Yeah, he'll quit all right, Hoss. He hasn't the guts to take any man-sized punishment.
Here it comes.
You have the tongue and the courage of the coyote.
I'll clean your plow for you.
Thanks, I needed that.
If you think the biggest, roughest, toughest Western stars in the business had it easy on work days, then stay with us for some laughs and some eye-openers. You know, the best part of any reunion is seeing old friends again. All right, fellas, suppose you have a drink on me, huh? Hey, bartender, suppose you take care of my friends here, huh?
All right, I'll have a little Irish whiskey.
Ah, Irish whiskey, eh? A man after me own heart. To our wives and sweethearts, may they never meet.
That's old Larry. Say, how about you, Doug? You ever get hit like John Russell did in that last clip we saw there, you know? Wow, that was something, huh?
Dan, I've been hit so many times and so hard, but they presented me with a cup.
That cup? Huh?
Yeah.
I like how sort of a cup to honor you. I like that, huh?
No. Keep my teeth in.
Yeah, well, I can sure vouch for the fact that these boys earn their money on Western.
But you fellas prove how tough it was being TV Western stars. And just to make it up to you and your buddies, the ladies have come up with a little tribute.
Right. All right, come on, ladies.
It's really tough to be a rough and rugged cowboy. It's not enough to face the perils of the West. Iron guns and blazing bullets coming my way. A working cowboy finds it hard to get his rest.
All right, now you did it.
Broken bones and sore in saddle. Staying alive was tough and rugged charge. Taking punches was hard enough to handle, while the director keeps hollering for more. Our men of the West were so devoted. Pleasing ladies always trying to catch our eye. You may think their fortunes go unrewarded, but it's us ladies who will love them till we die. 'Cause it's us ladies who will love them till we die. Yes, it's us ladies who will love them till we die.
I've got a flair for women everywhere. Bonanza! Bonanza! Aye, aye, aye. I'm not afraid of pretty maid. Bonanza! Bonanza! When I give a kiss to any little miss, she'll learn a lot from me. I'm not afraid of any pretty maid. Bonanza! Bonanza! When I give a kiss to any pretty miss, she'll learn a lot from me. Hair of brown, hair of gold, I take what I see. We're not a one to saddle up and run. Bonanza, bonanza. Any one of us who starts a little fuss knows he can count on me. 1 for 4, 4 for 1. This we guarantee. We got a right to pick a little fight. Bonanza, bonanza. If anyone fights any one of us, he's got to fight with me.
Okay. All right, come on now, settle down, everybody, because it's time for home movies at our reunion. No, I mean it. You pay attention now, because we're gonna ask questions afterward. I'm gonna see how good your memory is. Oh, Chuck, the opening of that rifleman. How many shots did you manage to get off that, you started going?
Yeah,
run that clip, Alan.
Well, I don't know, 11 or 12, I guess.
It was 12, Chuck.
Didn't he grow up to be the smart one?
All right, let me ask you something. Now, this question should be kind of simple because it just takes a yes or a no answer. Did John Wayne ever appear in a TV Western?
No. Wait a minute, hold it. Yes, he did. Now, I don't know because I was there. He didn't appear in it, but he introduced the very first episode of Gunsmoke.
And Glenn, he did a wagon train and John Ford directed it.
Speaking of Gunsmoke, anybody recognize this bit player in an early episode?
You don't think I've been too hard on old Festus, do you?
Oh, no, I wouldn't worry about Festus. I think he'll get along all right.
Oh, see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Good luck.
So long.
Yep, that's old Bird himself.
Hey, Glenn. I got one for you. Good one. What three-time Academy Award winner had his own TV Western series? Anybody? No, he didn't. Okay, everybody give up. All right, who? Walter Brennan in The Guns of Will Shaughnessy.
You know, just about everybody knows Clint Eastwood first came to notice on TV's Rawhide, but who else was in that series besides Clint? Anybody?
Eric Fleming.
No, wait a minute. Here, take a look. Go ahead.
Frank? Frank, this is Roddy. All you gotta do is give yourself up, make a confession, and Miss Curtis doesn't have to go back.
I know him. He's John Ireland, right over there. But where's Roy?
Run it some more. I want to see the rest of it.
Why not? Okay, here's another question. What familiar face started out as a bounty hunter on a television Western series?
Now, looky here. Number one, I like Elgato. As far as I'm concerned, he's a nice fella. Number two, even if I didn't like him, I wouldn't go after him unless I had an artillery regiment. Number three, you better forget about it in the first place. Ooh, you ain't even got a gun. What are you going to get him with, your stick pin?
You're right. It's Steve McQueen. All right, now one last question. Roger Moore is known the world over as James Bond 007. Now, before that, he played a detective called the Saint. But before that, what Western series did he appear in as a regular? As a regular con man, that is, huh?
Yes, well, that poor luck is going to cost you an extra $1,000, Mr. Wagner. Added to which, there will be an additional 1,000 posted as Bond.
Maverick. Right on. Yeah, he was the Maverick brother's British cousin. I think it was Bo, wasn't it? Yeah.
Hey, Glenn.
Huh?
How many pictures did you star in?
Oh, I don't know, a couple of hundred.
Actually, Glenn, it was 205. You know, the only actor who has done more is the old Duke himself. You know, earlier we saw Peter Brown do some fantastic gun work. Glenn, take a look at yourself.
A little lower. That's fine. All right, you drop it anytime you like.
Of course, I did my own stunts, too. Yeah, I really did. Like, now, wait a minute. Like in The Sheep Man, when I stuck my cigar into Mickey Shaughnessy's potato.
What's all the people for?
Oh, they're waiting for the fight to start.
What fight?
Well, the one between you and me.
You ran out of film, man? You might think we've left out some important parts of television westerns. But we have several major contributors without whom these shows would not have been complete.
Let's hear it for the sidekicks, the comics and stunts. Without their support, the heroes were undone. Underrated overwork, they were always on the run. But they were the guys who made the West fun. When the West was fun, when the West was fun. Those were the days when the West was fun.
Looks like they finally got around to the backbone of the West.
That's right.
The real he-men. Us sidekicks. We did it. Doggone, you know, Not only did we have to pack the load for them heroes, but we had to try and be funny at the same time.
Yeah, we had to keep them sober, too. And never got to kiss a girl.
No, not till now.
No, nearest I come to it once, I got a warm handshake from Patsy Kelly. But I didn't mind so much Autry getting the girl in every picture, but he got all the money, too.
Tell me about it. Look what I'm wearing and look what Rex Allen's got on.
Oh, yeah, but look what we got here.
I'm going to take 2 of them. I might break one.
Tell you what, Major. As Marshal, I'm going to need a strong, tough, thick-skulled assistant. Say no more. You've described your man. It's a free choice. Get hung if we can find a strong enough rope, or come with me.
Well, I sort of had my heart set on going back to East Sedalia, but, well, a fella like you that's got a talent for getting in trouble sort of needs somebody like me to get him out, and, well, okay, Wild Bill. I'd rather go with you than go hang.
That's a spirit. You'll regret every minute of it.
Yeah.
Here's to the Indians, the bravest of men. Swift were their ponies and quick were their hands. Across this great nation, their people have come. Yes, they were the ones who made the West fun. When the West was fun, when the West was fun. Those were the days when the West was fun.
Michael, do you miss being Cochise?
I do, Neville. I was proud to play the great leader. You know, that was one of the nice sides of some of the television westerns. People got a different view of the Indian than the old stereotype motion picture version.
Let's see again Michael Ansara's Great Cochise.
Tell them, Natan, that you are traitor and liar to the Chiricahuas.
We thought you were dead and the soldiers coming to kill us.
You know that those were lies. Used hate and fear and talk of war to turn the hearts of the Chiricahuas. But I do not condemn you, Natan. I only blame myself.
Let's hear now of the animals, the cattle on the range, the mules and the doggies, the parts that they play. It's a hearty Hi-Yo Silver, and the way your horse will run. Back in the days when the West was fun, when the West was fun, when the West was fun. Those were the days when the West was fun.
When the West was young. All right. Hey, Dan, who was the TV cowboy's best friend? It wasn't a dog, was it?
No, it wasn't a dog. Everybody knows it was a bear.
What do you mean a bear? Well, you're pretty close, though. You know, but his true friend was a horse. Horses win by sheer numbers. Hoppy and Topper. Then there was Roy and Trigger.
Hi, Trigger.
Roy and Trigger. Gosh. If Roy was that great with Trigger, just think what he could have done with the bear.
And don't forget Silver. Or Rin Tin Tin. All faithful to their masters and their fans.
Cowpokes, when are you going to get to the really important part of this here show?
Gentlemen, please.
women have made a very important contribution to TV westerns.
You're darn right. Why, there ain't a gal here who couldn't outride and outshoot any man here.
That's the best shooting I ever saw.
Would you like to see how Victoria treated her men in the high chaparral?
Show me.
Give me your knife.
What'd you give me for?
Breakfast.
That's the way to start today.
When the West was won, when the West was won, those were the days when the West was fun.
Well, it's been quite a reunion. Seeing friends you haven't seen for a while makes you realize that although time is moving fast, it's moving with an awful lot of wonderful memories. You know, a reunion usually has that head of the family, or what you might call the class president that everybody's so anxious to see. Well, here's ours.
But where's Roy?
Well, that's the last time you're going to ask that question, old-timer, that's for sure. Because no Western television reunion would be complete without Roy Rogers, Dale Evans, and the Sons of the Pioneers.
Missed this event for anything in the world.
That's right. With so many of our old friends here, we thought we'd like to do a couple of songs as a special tribute to this great occasion.
This is for you, Duke.
There is something about the West. Put your heart and your soul to rest. Makes you feel you're really blessed. Hazy mountain,
Hazy mountain.
There's a ceiling of blue above,
blue sky,
and the trees peaceful as a dove.
So high,
it's no wonder that people love hazy mountains.
Some trails are happy ones, others are blue. It's the way you ride that trail that counts. Here's a happy one for you. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds if we're together? Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet
Good night, everybody.
It was good to see that show again, and it was a thrill to hang out with all those great cowboys.
Wasn't it? It's certainly a memory I'll keep with me at all times.
Thank you, Darby Hinton. For A Word on Westerns, I'm Rob Word. See you next time.